owner of DM Crossman and Son General Contracting here in Clinton. I have the president with me, Larry Crossman. He also holds another title to me, and that's my dad. So, Dad, thanks for being here today.
You know, happy to be here.
Good. So, I know all about DM Crossman and Sons, even though every time we chat, I learn more every single day, and I'm happy to have that. Can you tell us a little bit how DM Crossman and Son got started?
Well, my father went back into the construction business in January of 1970. He did mostly residential construction, a little bit of commercial work. And as time evolved, of course, I was always hanging around and always with him. I kind of grew into the business. Mm-hmm. So learning was pretty easy for me that way. And again, being a family business, you're out working as well as at home with it.
And at that time you were how old?
Well, anywhere from the range of 12 years old up alongside. Right. So when the time came to go to work full time at 17, we made an agreement how I would buy into the business, mm-hmm. and we moved forward in that manner. Mm-hmm. But before that, we had bought a trucking company. I hadn't even had my driver's license at that time, and it worked out very well. We landed 2 or 3 good contracts, mm-hmm. and it went along very well. And it introduced us more into the industrial side of Clinton and Lancaster in small towns. And so it gave us the in to all those places. Mm-hmm. And then while you're here, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And it just slowly grew nicely.
Right.
Into all different types of work. So before you knew it, I was more involved in the industrial commercial side, which I like.
Right.
Versus the residential side. We still do residential. We do quite a bit of it. Mm-hmm. But again, it's more the specialty work that we work towards and go for.
Right. I was at a painting estimate the other week, and I run the painting division of the company, and the customer was asking me if I had anyone to lift up his house because he needed a foundation. I said, oh, my dad does that. And he had said, oh, he likes the hard jobs. He likes the tricky stuff. So, and I thought about it and I said, yeah, that's pretty much what he does. Yeah.
So, and of course we've done, as you know, that you witnessed 4 or 5 of those in the last few years.
Right.
We just finished one down in Boxborough last year for a gentleman. It was a large 40 by 98 building. It was a former airplane hangar. And he wanted to raise it up 6 feet so he could put larger doors in for his new business.
Yep.
So we did that one, and like I said, that was the most recent. Mm-hmm. Just before that, right here in Clinton, we did one on Main Street for Chris Williams.
Yep.
Owns a business there on Main Street. He bought a piece of property and it needed a full foundation. We jacked that one up, put a foundation under, and did the renovations to his building, and Chris is in there now with his offices.
Yep, and a few other businesses, or at least one other business too.
I think there's one other business in there. I think it's John Kittredge Accounting is in there with him.
Good. I know you work a lot in town, out of town. What are some of the last big jobs that you've had?
Well, one of the most memorable, and it's still here to this day, is I completed Central Park over here. Yeah. With all new sidewalks, walkways, making it handicap accessible. Right. To what it was from before. And I'm pretty proud of that's still there to this day. Yeah. And still in pretty good shape, to say the least. So that's a good sized job.
That was how long ago, probably?
That was, I believe, around 2005.
Oh, wow.
I think we did that.
Yep.
So, and then, of course, we did one of the first hydrogen distribution plants in Littleton, Mass. Mm-hmm. And that was in 2016 that we completed that. And that has to do with hydrogen fuel that they're hoping to use in future for our vehicles. Right. As well as other power products. Yep. So that was pretty interesting work. Yep. In fact, we just got a notice back. I know you sent out something the other night, and we got back a notice from a guy in Chicago that I work for.
Oh, yes.
On that job.
Yep.
Trey.
Right.
So like I said, he noticed that you sent something off and he put it together.
Yep.
But it was nice to hear from him again.
Yeah, I think I had mentioned that of us being for mom and pop shop day, because we're a family business, so.
Yeah, and he responded.
Yeah.
But like I said, that was a gentleman we work for over there.
Right.
And there's many other places, of course, in buildings, and we do quite a few customized machine bases for the industrial buildings. We've done a couple for over at the, almost on the same property, as you know, over there in Littleton.
Right.
For the Finn family, 5K Realty and FIBA Technologies. And we just completed one over there for a multi-million-dollar machine.
Right.
In the last year.
Yeah, being a general contractor, it encompasses everything and working with all the trades. So you have the foundations, new construction, fit outs for both industrial, commercial, you name it. But also with the concrete work, you have a little niche of selling bounds and pins too.
Yep, the local surveyors, or I shouldn't say local, we go as far as New Hampshire and Connecticut with them.
Yep.
And now that they know we're there, they do stop in and pick up some of their own things, which they can do.
And then I guess the other niche is, having the painting division that you had bought.
Well,
that
that made it work so we could complete the jobs right from start to finish.
Right.
And we like to use subs and use people we can depend on, but sometimes we find we can't get them as needed. Mm-hmm. And so all of a sudden you have a 2 or 3 week stall because of some reason. Customer's not happy.
Right.
We're not happy.
And that's the benefit and importance of working with a general contractor when you.
Truthfully, yes.
Yeah.
You go on to take these projects on your own. You don't have the same people say, how'd you get them to come so quick? How'd you get a plumber here? I've been calling that guy for 6 months.
Right.
Well, we work with them every day.
Every day.
So what we spend with them in a year, you're not going to give them in a lifetime. Mm-hmm. as a residential or even a commercial. We do it for commercial also. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I said, how'd you get them here so quick? Well,
yep.
Because of our relationships with the companies, and I try to stay local with as many companies as we can.
Right.
The Moran's Plumbing here in Clinton and DMH Electrical and such.
Right.
So good group of guys.
Yep.
So they know, hey, you need me now. Yeah, I do. Well, we'll get somebody there. Same as I do for them.
Yep. Yeah, it's a benefit of having the connections with them, but also, knowing the codes, time, who to call, when to call, the permitting, all those little things that people might forget in the sequence of orders so that your job does get done in a timely manner.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right. So besides that, how can people, if they're looking to get a hold of you, what's the best way to find you? Not besides at Lou's Diner at noon.
Well, that's actually a real good way to find me there.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it's hit and miss. I guess since and I shouldn't say it this way, but like I said, cell phones, we miss out on quite a few calls in a sense because you're not there in the office sitting waiting for the phone call.
Right.
So if they don't know your cell phone number, we're missing out a little bit there.
Yes.
I'm not that tech savvy, as you know. Mm-hmm. But like I said, a phone call is the best way to get us, either at the office or my cell phone.
Yep.
Or if you see me on the street, just flag me down.
Right.
And that happens quite often.
Yep. And everything's online. You're on, I wouldn't say you're on Facebook, but we're on Facebook for you at DM Crossman and Son General Contracting, and the website dm.crossman.com. And on the webpage too, you can submit a form for someone to get back to you. So, but with that being said, as a family-run business and a small business, and not having a full-time person in the office, it might take a few days. So be patient with that. But that's
we'll
always.
I've had people say to me that we've been calling you for about 6 months. I said, I understand that, and we go in and we still do the job. Thankfully, they will wait.
Right.
Thankfully.
Right. And people might have seen the trucks around locally. Are you walking around the project? You have a big project right around the corner that you have set up for the Clinton Savings Bank.
Yes, we're re-roofing the Clinton Savings Bank, keeping in the historical value to that building, which they chose to do. It is very expensive for the bank to do, but they felt they needed to do that for the community in a sense, and they've gotten a lot of compliments on it,
Right.
which is very good.
And replacing the slate tiles, and what is the new product made out of?
The new product is a polymer of plastic and rubber combination. You know, of course, and all the copper is being replaced on the whole building, copper
Right.
valleys, gutters, downspouts. But the new imitation slate is a very good product and cost effective.
Right,
Even though it's costly, it's still more cost effective than natural stone or the tiles that were on that building from 125 years ago.
right,
So that should be coming to completion probably in about another 2.5 to 3 weeks,
right.
weather permitting.
Yep,
So that's another one of those jobs that's weather permitting. We've had good luck so far. So that
Except
one will be completed. We've done a lot of work with the Clinton Savings Bank. I started working for Clinton Savings Bank in 1978,
wow,
and that was an emergency job. And knock on wood, we've been there pretty much ever since.
right, yep,
So with new branch offices and renovations and in any way they needed help of any kind.
right. And it's good that you're working there because it's them reinvesting in the community by remaining in the, putting
That's right.
what they need to into the buildings or new buildings,
Yeah.
expanding, so it all comes back around.
Yeah.
Like you remaining local, always been on Rigby Road in Clinton, 68
Yeah,
Rigby
the
Road.
shop's been there since 1972. So we haven't gone anywhere.
Right,
So that, and someday it'd be nice to have a whole new shop, but I don't know, depending how things pan out,
right,
you know.
yes, like anything. Well, good,
And of course, we just opened a new shop for the painting division
yep.
over on Sterling Street.
98 Sterling Street,
So that's in the WJD building, which now, of course, I think has just changed hands.
yep,
The Darman employees have bought that whole complex under
Right.
from the original owners, Darrell Wickman.
yeah. So the paint, you've always done a little bit of painting yourselves when need be, and learning from your father, and me learning from you. But I think that I would say you've learned a few little tricks from me as well.
Yeah, you've gotten very good at what you're doing, and you've gone beyond what I could do.
The specialties and the technology
Yes,
of the.
and that cabinet refinishing that you do and such. I'm very proud of what you're doing. And like I said, I just could never believe that there was that many cabinets to be done,
Right.
and hopefully it stays that way.
Yep.
So, in your new shop, and hopefully your customers can come in and see what you have and what you got to do and what you can service them with.
Right. Offer more services there and expand a little bit
That's
as well.
right.
It's good to have that opportunity. All right. Well, thanks for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me in, and hopefully everything is good.
Yeah. Look forward to it, and thanks for being a member of the chamber as well.
Well, it was nice to see the chamber get started again.
Right.
In a long time coming,
Yep.
and that hopefully it all works out, and I think it will.
It will.
For the town,
It will.
community, and everybody involved.
Yeah, we have a really good, eager crew behind us to push
Yeah.
it forward and
Well,
keep it moving.
It evolved a little more faster than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
With your member base and such that I've heard about. So that was a good thing.
It is,
So
yeah.
that goes to show you that people were waiting for that to happen.
Yes. Being an affiliate of the Worcester Chamber was what really
Yeah.
pushed us along. So,
Like I said, that's what you need.
and the community members too, believing in it, like you just said,
Yeah.
being a business owner yourself. So,
All right.
all right. Well, thank you.